Alright boys, welcome to another video. Today, man, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna react to Film Theory. You were wrong about the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I have seen the trailer, I enjoyed the trailer, I really liked the teaser, not the trailer, for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So today, let me just push these glasses on for me. Today we're going to check out this video. It is 12 minutes long, so we're not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just get into it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Can I just say, I know the Marvel end credit scenes were always just glorified...
Oh.
Can I just say, I know
There you
the
go.
Marvel
Okay.
end credit scenes were always just glorified promotions for upcoming movies, but when Spider-Man No Way Home ends with nothing but a trailer for Multiverse of Madness, man, I gotta say, that one just felt a bit too salesy. Like, I waited the whole time through the credits needing to
facts.
pee like a racehorse because I had drank an extra large Diet Coke at the very beginning of this thing, for a glorified ad break at the end of a YouTube video. Yeah, kind of a bummer. But hey, silver lining, guess it gives us more to talk about than this.
Hi, I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have: patience.
Oh, I like this. I like this intro. Okay.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory, the show reminding you that the greatest threat to our universe is you, not smashing that subscribe button. So, Doctor Strange and the
Oh, shit,
Multiverse of
subscribe.
Madness, huh?
You
No
heard him.
sooner
Subscribe.
did Stephen Strange make all the Peter Parker-related problems go for giddy by with plot magic, then apparently the whole multiverse gets...
By the way, disclaimer, there will be spoilers for No Way Home probably. So, if you have not seen the movie, I suggest you click off the video. But if you have seen the movie, let's continue.
broke to heck, and this time Strange has got himself Mordo problems, witch problems, and even more octopus problems. Plus a brand new variant of himself showing up causing problems. Maybe? This sequel has had one of the most troubled developments of any Phase 4 Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It was one of the first ones announced, it was one of the earliest to be delayed because of the pandemic. The original writer-director team left during pre-production, so Sam Raimi took over. There have apparently been multiple significant rewrites and reshoots taking place during the various pandemic-related delays, and what's even more unusual, no one really knows what's happening with the film itself. Even extremely basic elements like which actors are appearing in it, what's it basically about, have been on a lockdown so harsh that you'd think the literal TVA were involved. But now, armed with a teaser, I think there's enough in there that team theorists can predict what's gonna happen in this thing prior to its release in May. Our track record for calling Marvel stuff as of late has been pretty solid, so can we keep our streak going? Ladies and gentlemen, strap in because you're about to learn just how mad the multiverse can get. Let's just start with a top-line overview of what this trailer gives us. Doctor Strange knows about something that's caused havoc in the multiverse. It looks like Mordo, who, in case you forgot, took off to go wizard hunting at the end of the first Doctor Strange movie, is back to call him out on it. Something unleashes a giant octopus monster that, according to a Lego toy leak, is meant to be the villain Gargantos, and all of it leads Strange to seek out the help from the Scarlet Witch. Before
Lego always leaking
this thing is
shit.
gonna
Come
have
on.
itself a mirror match against an evil Doctor Strange variant. And that's about it. See you in May. Now, if you've kept up with the smaller screen MCU, you'll know that in the anthology series What If, one of its breakout reimagined characters was Strange Supreme, a dark, tragic, and way overpowered multiverse variant of Doctor Strange whose powers come from having absorbed the spirits of hundreds of demons, including, wouldn't you know, a giant octopus. That shot 1 minute and 38 seconds into the teaser of a Doctor Strange throwing 2 serpents at someone. Yeah, that looks a lot like one of Strange Supreme's attacks from What If. So, is this him? And if so, then what's he doing here? Well, first answer, no. I don't think it's him. By the end of What If, Strange Supreme is actually redeemed, so bringing him back to be evil just feels off. Plus, you'll notice that this Strange appears to be missing a hand. Maybe. Look, Marvel likes to fake us out with trailers like they did with Thor's eye in Ragnarok. So in this shot, yeah, looks like he's a hand down, but then here it looks like he might just be holding it behind his back. That being said, I think there's a good chance it's gone. Can't pull a fast one on me, Marvel. I mean, you can, and you have multiple times in the past, but not this time. Hand imagery is everywhere around this guy, which matters considering 1, Strange Supreme had both hands in What If, and 2, the first Doctor Strange movie was all about Steven recovering the use of his hands after a severe injury. As a result, it kind of makes it seem like this might be a Doctor Strange variant that wasn't able to recover the use of both of his hands. I'd also be remiss if I didn't call out that Sam Raimi is directing this one, who, ironically enough, has got himself quite a history of directing movies where wisecracking heroes lose a hand and then ultimately end up fighting their evil twin.
Groovy.
Are you me?
I'm bad, Ash. And you're good, Ash. You're goody little two-shoes.
Good.
Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
That's the Evil Dead series, by the way, in case you were wondering. If you're ever in need for a horror or horror comedy, check them out. But what is evil Doctor Strange here for? Well, did you happen to notice the girl wearing the patriotic denim jacket walking around the Sanctum Sanctorum at 41
Iron
seconds
Man.
into
I
the
mean,
trailer?
Captain America.
That, my friends, is America Chavez, aka Miss America.
How do we narrow the gap between the rich and the poor?
And she is complicated. An adventurous teenager raised by her two moms in a women-only superhuman pocket dimension. She's got superhuman strength, the power of flight, and relevant to our interests today, the power to open portals and jump across the multiverse at will. Not just any portals either.
Really?
Portals
Oh,
in the
shit,
shape
okay.
of a star. Just
So
like
there's more people that are able to open up portals to the multiverse. That's kind of weird because I thought Doctor Strange was the only one that was actually able to do that, but apparently not.
see right here in the trailer. As you can imagine, powers like this make her a frequent target for bad guys in the comics. So it would make sense that Mordo or
Yeah.
someone else would be after that kind of power in this new movie, especially since she's young and, as a result, not likely to have mastered her skills yet. Enter Doctor Strange as her mentor and protector. Okay, I get it. I hear ya. Where am I getting that America Chavez is in trouble or that Strange is gonna be helping her? She doesn't get named or say anything in the trailer. She doesn't even get name dropped in international plot summaries of the movie. And yep, you got us. That part is us taking a swing strictly based on context clues that you see in the trailer. She's a younger character.
I mean, that would make sense. That would make sense for the movie in order to, you know, kind of make the multiverse thing, like all these characters getting linked in the multiverse. That would kind of make sense because, you know, it's a young person who doesn't know how to use their powers. Doctor Strange is trying to teach her how to use her powers, and then eventually it gets out of hand, maybe? I don't know. It would make sense, though.
In a movie otherwise full of grown-ups, we see her walking cautiously or jumping out of harm's way. Strange seems to be positioning himself in front of her or between her and danger in shots where they're together. And, you know, protecting a wayward child from another world is kind of a standard superhero thing to do. Plus, given that this is technically also a sequel to Spider-Man No Way Home now, it's easy to picture Strange feeling the need for some personal redemption involving teenagers in over their heads with the multiverse. So, Doctor Strange is protecting America Chavez from a dark version of himself. Maybe. But I don't think that's quite the full case. Enter Wanda. Now, since the beginning, many people, including us, have predicted that she'll be some sort of villain in this movie. WandaVision ended with her on a big emotional downswing.
Where are my children?
Her kids and her husband are ripped away from her, so she ends the series looking through a book of dark magic to find a way back to them. She also learns, during the movie's final battle, that she's now stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
No one taught me magic. Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme. It's your destiny to destroy the world.
Which, you know, is just them basically telegraphing a battle between her and Strange. It would parallel her narrative arc from the House of M comics, the movie.
That's kind of a reach, man. I don't know. I don't think that's
He
it.
secretly
I don't
spells
think
out
that's
the word
it.
mom. I mean, there is a lot here that we've actually gone more
Maybe.
in depth about in the
I
previous
don't know.
episode. But now,
I don't
in
see
this
it
new
happening.
trailer, we have some more clues. We see Wanda casting magic, and this little detail.
Oh,
See her fingertips? They're black. Just like Agatha Harkness in the ending battle of WandaVision. You see, when Agatha
okay,
casts
never
evil
mind.
dark
Okay,
magic, her
wait a
fingers
minute.
get more and more black. But Wanda's fingers in that same battle remain the same, meaning that here in Doctor Strange 2, where her fingers are now black, Wanda is tapping into that same evil magic that Agatha was using. And now that we know that this new movie features a girl who can rip portals through the multiverse, it seems like a desirable skill for a grieving mother that's looking to locate her kids that are lost somewhere in an alternate universe. So Wanda is looking to exploit the powers of Miss America to find her kids, with Doctor Strange trying to hold her back, prompting the inevitable wizard battle between the two.
Okay, now
That's
that makes
probably
sense.
why
That
we
makes
never
more
see
sense
all
now.
three of them on screen at the same time. But for as confident as I am in this prediction, there's one potential wrinkle: world events. Remember, this sequel is coming out 6 years after the original Doctor Strange, and in the downtime, it's not only changed its entire writing and directing teams a few times over, the order of where it's meant to fall in the Phase 4 MCU sequence has also changed. But the biggest changes of all in this time have come from society. When, in 2017, the Me Too movement rocked entertainment and politics and got people to seriously evaluate the way women in modern media are being portrayed, including, I would expect, in the MCU. You might remember that a lot of people, including warning us, were sure that Doctor Strange was going to show up at the end of WandaVision to tease Multiverse of Madness. And even though he ultimately didn't, it turns out that at one point in time, we were right. In an interview about the series with Rolling Stone, Kevin Feige himself revealed that the crossover was cut to avoid diminishing the strong female character. Quote, Marvel struck a deal with Benedict Cumberbatch to appear in the final episode of the show as Doctor Strange, but late in the process, they wrote him out. It would have taken away from Wanda, which is what we didn't want to do. Here's the white guy, let me show you how power works. Which in turn also meant that Doctor...
I mean, bro, okay, bro, like, if people are really hashtag me tooing Marvel for having one character in the end of a show, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can't do that, bro. Come on.
Strange 2 had to be rewritten as
That's
well.
ridiculous.
As you might imagine, in a post-Me Too world, the usual Wanda House of M story of a young, powerful mother going crazy and ripping reality apart looking for her kids rides a questionable line PR-wise, especially considering how Twitter's always looking for the next thing to rage tweet about. And looking to the end of WandaVision, Wanda as a young woman with multiverse-breaking powers that she's not fully in control of yet no longer makes sense with the more self-reliant, empowered way her character's defined. In that scenario, then, it would make a lot of sense for rewrites to make the endangered, powerful person be a younger character with multiverse-specific powers, America Chavez, thereby leaving Wanda as, well, honestly, as anything. Maybe she's helping them, maybe she's still the cause of whatever America seems to be endangered by, or maybe she's both because, again, it's a multiverse. But there's still one other thing that we need to discuss, and that's leaks. If you follow Marvel news, you've probably heard tons of absolutely wild stuff flying around about this movie. Introductions of other supernatural Marvel mainstays like Moon Knight, Blade, and Ghost Rider, Quicksilver coming back for real this time, rumors that Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman have gone back and forth on whether or not their respective mutant characters would somehow cameo here, even stuff that's truly outlandish like a variant Iron Man played by Tom Cruise, who, fun fact, almost had that role in a different project from a few years before Robert Downey Jr. In fact, as recently as November, Multiverse of Madness underwent another significant round of major reshoots. The assumption is that this is to add more cameos and crossovers for legacy nostalgia characters, people who changed their minds after seeing the massively positive...
Bro, I would love to see some nostalgia characters come into this movie, guys. Like, I guarantee you that they're going to do it, but even if they don't, if they do it, like, I'm going to be ecstatic, bro. This is going to be, like, one of the best movies ever. If they don't do it, I'm kind of going to be just a little bit disappointed, but, you know, can't help it.
Reactions to Spider-Man No Way Home's hype machine. Now, sure, half of this stuff sounds like goofy fan fiction, but here's the thing, all of it fits with one group in the comics, the Illuminati. The Marvel Illuminati. Just so we're clear, algorithm, the Marvel Illuminati.
All right.
If you're conspiracy media, you know Illuminati was the name of a secret society from a few centuries ago that's still popularly used as shorthand today for scary organization behind the curtain. In Marvel Comics, though, it's the informal name for the secret club of team leader, rich guy, and political figure superhero types. We're talking the team leader for each major Marvel faction, folks like your Mr. Fantastics, your Professor X's, your Iron Mans, and your Doctor Stranges. Their job? Basically to act as the United Nations for super people, to meet up behind the scenes and share important information with each other to keep the world stable. Now, that's the comics, and it doesn't quite work with the movies because everything's out in the open. But instead, what if there was an Illuminati of the multiverse? Powerful figures who are aware, maybe the only people in their respective timelines who are aware that the multiverse exists, and they take it upon themselves to patch the cracks or deal with troublemakers, almost like the TVA for
That makes
Loki.
sense.
In an already
That makes
packed
sense.
movie, a really efficient way to make something like this work would be to build it from a mix of alternate versions of characters we know, like a dark version of Stephen Strange, actors reprising their classic roles from other movies, new faces in different roles, like, hey, it's Iron Man, but he's being played by a different guy, and of course, characters who don't need any introduction in the first place. Now, this isn't a theory just because it sounds cool. No, we get here because it fits the rumors while also making thematic sense for what we see in the trailer. Stephen Strange just got done with an adventure where his recklessness nearly blew up the multiverse. It got someone killed. It seriously altered dozens of people's lives. Whether he remembers all, fragments, or none of it because of that memory wipe, he has got some serious explaining to do. Something that we actually hear reflected back to him in the trailer.
Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
So, in a hypothetical scenario where Doctor Strange is dealing with a teenage girl who can portal between universes, a Scarlet Witch who wants to rip universes apart to get her family back, and a multiverse Illuminati who thinks all of this is too dangerous and needs to be eliminated, it sounds like suddenly we have Steven able to apply the lessons that he learned from Spider-Man. He gets a do-over of sorts, all with a boatload of cameos and callbacks while setting up a compelling, extremely human, and morally complex storyline to ground the action in. And all of that from just waiting past the credits. Hold on, I could've just watched it on YouTube? Darn it! Anyway, it's all just a theory. A film theory. And cut.
Dang, man. Yo. Hey. If this movie has a bunch of cameos from people from different movies, I'm going to be really hype about it. I'm going to be really hyped for this movie, man. I mean, this movie is going to be insane. It's going to be incredible. If there's no cameos from anybody, I think I'm going to be disappointed, but I won't hate the movie. I think I'll still like the movie. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below for more masked reactions, and I will see you dudes in the next video. See y'all later, buddy. Bye.